short video is going to focus on how to add and edit text on your Google Slides. First of all, you can add text into the boxes that are already part of the slide templates. So this one does not have a title yet. I'm going to click in the box so that I can type in the title. In this case, it's The Crossover by Kwame Alexander is my first book in my presentation. And the first thing I notice is that you cannot see that gray on that blue. So I'm going to highlight it, and I do not see, oh, there's my color option right there for text color. So I'm going to go ahead and make that white so it shows up nice and brightly, and it is too small because you know we want at least probably 36 on a heading. So I'm going to make that by Kwame Alexander. If I decide I would like this to be centered, alignment, I'm going to align center. No, I changed my mind. I'm going to line that back to the left, but I do want it centered in the box. So the bottom row will let me know if I have my letters high, centered, or low within the text box. And I'm going to go back to centered in the text box. If for some reason you don't see all these options up here, click on the more, and the more will give you some more choices. Because your screen might be kind of small. You may have it shrunk so that you don't see everything at the top. Now, just like any other text, the crossover is a title, and I want that to be italicized. So I'm going to highlight just that portion, and I can italicize the cover. Now, I am also going to add some information about this book, and I would really prefer it to have a bulleted list because I know that bullets are a great thing to use on a presentation. So I'm going to insert a bulleted list. And the first thing I'm going to write is that this is a novel in verse. It is realistic fiction. And it's about twin brothers who play basketball. Again, I think this is kind of small, so I'm going to highlight it. Increase the size. That's pretty big. Now, I know that I'm still going to want a picture over here, so it is okay to go ahead and slide over my text box. That will just limit the margins on that text box. If I wanted to, I could always change the color of this as well, but I think I'm just going to, well, let's look and see. If I change my color options, it is probably good to stick within a theme, and I think I'm going to go with a little bit darker gray. It's not quite black, but it's a little bit darker gray there. Now, let's pretend that I want to put in some text somewhere where it didn't already create a box in the template. So I can go ahead and insert text. There's two options. I can click this button that says text box, or I can go to insert and choose text box up there. So I'm going to hit the little button, and I'm going to say this. And I'm just going to pretend that I'm putting a caption over here, book cover from Amazon.com. And so I can add a box wherever I want. Now, one last thing about text. Sometimes you have text that does not show up on top of a color, or you would like a background behind it. So here's how you can do that. If I want to fill in, is what this is called, fill in this box, what I can do, first I'm going to center it. And then this paint bucket here will fill in the background color. So let's say I want to make it red because I'm going with a red, white, and blue theme. Okay. The paint bucket fills in what's behind the text. If you would like to mess with the line around it of the box, I can also mess with the line. So now it has a little bit of a gray line, dark gray line, red background, white text for the blue. So those are your basics for adding and editing text.